morning. So it's December 3rd and I have cold coffee. Soon 9 o'clock and I have been up since 5:30, I would say. Somewhere around that, yep. We had some snow during the night. Feeling so light and bright outside. If you compare it to the last couple of weeks when it's been cold and quite not cold, dark and quite warm. So it feels really nice. It's going to be -degrees here for the rest of the week. Maybe like 1+ degree some days, but hopefully not rain. If you can hear Eden in the background, she's just rolling around on the rug. But yeah, so last night I really needed it was really nice. I just knit and watched VLOGMASes, and yeah, if you're Swedish, I watched Jul med Ernst. Jul med Ernst. I can't remember the name. Eden hop, so hop. Which was very cozy. And I casted on this, which looks like nothing and looks a bit weird right now, but it's actually pants for Hilma. If you hear Hilma in the background, she's just sitting in her chair and bouncing. We just had like a workout session, or she had a workout session. But yeah, so I casted on these pants and I'm using the pattern, is it Ellen's pants by Petit Knit. It's not a pant pattern. It is, let's see if I can find it. I have it here. Yeah, it's Eleanor's Bloomers, and it looks like it's these. You can't really see that. Yeah, okay, so they are bloomers, so they doesn't have any legs on them. But I thought I might just add legs, because when it comes to Hilma's knitwear clothing, I don't want to, I'm not creating patterns at the moment for children, so I just want to have like a mindless knit, which is perfect for her clothing, because otherwise I'm always designing and I'm always thinking about, you know, the construction and writing things down. And in this case I can just knit, which feels really nice. They are kind of big. I'm thinking about felting them a bit by hand, not in a machine, because I don't want them to shrink that much. But they have, I might say they have like 5 to 10 centimeters of positive ease, which is quite good, I think, because I can make them really high, like armpit high, and just because I'm knitting in them top down, I can just add on the legs. So maybe they will fit her autumn, like early autumn. I don't know, depends on how much she grows. But I have a niece that is like 9 months older than her, or is it she's turning 2 in January, and Hilma's turning 1 in March. Why can't I think? It's like no, she's 1 year and 3 months older. Yeah, okay. She's a bit older, but she isn't that much, you know, wider. She's taller and bigger. It feels like they are growing more lengthwise than widthwise. So I'm hoping that they will fit her all of spring, I think, until, you know, yeah, until it gets warmer. I have been wanting to knit a pair of pants for her for a long time, but I've not done it because I hate knitting like a long rib. It's not my thing. I can absolutely do it, and sometimes I do, of course, but if I can choose, I'm not knitting rib for a long time. So I'm making them with a drawstring, so I can even last night when I put her to bed, Or when I nursed her before I was going to bed, she was awake for a while, and then I just laid beside her and knit in the dark, which feels like a good use of time. So yeah, I got quite far, and I made some short rows to raise the back a bit. I think I'm following the pattern, and I'm making the next, not the biggest size, but the second biggest. I think the age is 12 to 18 months, and I think it's gonna be good. I think my gauge is good. This is Svensk Ull from Järbo, 3-ply, and the stitch gauge was supposed to be 21 stitches for 10 centimeters, and I think I usually get that stitch gauge with this yarn and number 4. I was thinking for a bit if I should weave, like band weave a drawstring, but I have another idea. So let's see if I get to that during Vlogmas. Otherwise, you will see it on the knitting podcast later. Yeah, so that's what I did last night. I'm gonna go out with Eden for a walk soon, and then it's time for Hilma's second nap quite soon, and then I could work. So I'm gonna edit the video. No, I'm gonna write on the book first and then edit the video during the afternoon, because Robin's home, so he can have her when he's feeling better, which is usually in the afternoon. He's not very poorly, he just have a cold. But yeah, so that's the plan for the day. I also want to talk about a few things that I want to focus on during December, because I really, when it comes to like inspiration and motivation for my knitting and crafting and everything, I really depend on having other crafts to do, because knitting has become my job. I really love that, and I don't feel like I have to knit, and I always want to knit, but I found it's very motivating to make other crafts, to get inspiration for knitting. So I have a weave on my loom, and I also, so I want to finish that during December, because that's a beige shawl that I'm making out of hand spun, not the warp, but the weft is hand spun. Yeah, and I also have a dress that I started to sew this summer, that I'm almost finished. It's just the hem and the closure at the front. And I don't know how to make the closure, because it's not like a dress that you have on its own. You have to have something underneath it. But I don't know how to close it. Like if I'm supposed to add like a lacing. No, doesn't feel, I don't know. I have to do some research. And I also have a black linen dress cut out and ready to be sewn. Now Hilma's getting quite impatient, so I might have to find her something to do. But yeah, so that's the update for this morning. I'm hoping for more snow. I'm hoping for colder weather, and yeah. Welcome to this Tuesday. Okay, so I forgot to film my advent calendar. Yesterday's was like a crunchy dark chocolate. It was fine. Not my fave. So I have the number 3. It's so big one. I have number 3 here, and the prompt for today says, right now there are 1.56 million children working illegally on cocoa plantations in Ivory Coast and Ghana. That's unfair. Time for a change. Yes. Here we go. So this is a white one. Yeah, it only says white on it. White chocolate can be nice. It can also only taste like sugar. I love that there are like coins. It was fine. Some cold coffee to go with that. Ja, det var väldigt... Hello. Okay, so you might not even be able to hear me right now because I sit in the car with the hot air clearing the ice on the front screen. What's it called? I don't know. Because it's icy. I just grabbed a sweater and some Brugger mittens, which is my own design. These are just long half mittens with a thumb hole if you want to use that, and they are made in Gotland sheep wool, which is the fluffiest. Can you see that mohair? Not mohair, sorry. This is not mohair, this is just Gotland fiber. It's amazing. This aura is amazing. I'm going to buy a Christmas tree because it's time. It's very much time. Okay, so not yet. I have to stand here and wait for the ice to melt a bit. But yeah, so I'm going to get a Christmas tree at a nearby store. I don't know why it's wanting to focus on something else, not my face. There you go. So Robin's feeling a bit poorly, but he can care for Hilma for an hour, so I can go do some Christmas tree shopping. Very nice. I made coffee with gingerbread spices in it. It's magical. I love that. I usually do that during the whole of December. I try to keep myself from not doing it before December because it's a flavor that you can grow a bit tired of, and I don't want to do that. I want to have it during December. So it's just, you know, regular brew coffee, like the Swedish kind of brew coffee, so quite strong, with gingerbread spices in the filter. Then I add some oat milk. That's my preference. So it's beginning to thaw now, I think. Yeah. So getting a Christmas tree. Very excited. And I have casted on something new. I didn't bring it with me, of course, in the car, but I have casted on something new because on my walk today I was like, I'm so cold around my neck because I have Hilma in the shawl. Then I don't usually have something around my neck because I have my big shawl, like my woolen shawl, around us together, so that she also is covered in the shawl, in the wool shawl, and then I don't have anything on my neck, which is very cold. So I thought I might do a hood with an attached shawl, like everybody else is doing it right now. It feels like I've seen that in so many designers like feed. Maybe I haven't. I have seen one. I've seen Petit Knit, and then I've seen someone else knit that one, like knit a hood with a shawl. But it's a good idea. So I'm thinking about, no, I have cast it on with double nutiden, in a colorway I can't remember, of course, because I never remember the colorways for nutiden. But I have cast it on soon, so I will show you later. I have a design, or I have a construction in mind, but I don't know if it will work out. We'll have to see about that. I don't want it to be very deep. Yeah, I don't want it to be too deep. I want it to be deep so you can fit your whole head, but I don't want it to be too deep. But yeah. Okay, so it's beginning to thaw. Maybe I will step outside to do some scraping. Okay, so we're going to the flower shop. It's kind of like a flower shop. We have a tree. I got the luxury one because it was just 100 Swedish crowns more, like 10 pounds, 10 euro, 100 Swedish crowns more. Good evening. So I'm sitting here and drinking my tea in my mug. This is a beautiful mug made from my local, not a local, but quite near ceramic artist. And I'm drinking the tea from my tea calendar, which was the man and the herbs, it was called. And it was basil in it, which was very nice. Different but nice. And yeah, I went and got the Christmas tree and decorated it. It's beautiful, and I'm so happy that we have a Christmas tree. For years we didn't have a Christmas tree because we lived in a really small apartment, and we're so happy that we can have a Christmas tree now, so we buy it really early. I also did a 10-minute clean now in the evening, and we watched some TV together while eating our dinner, and I'm gonna make my second cup of tea soon when I finished talking to you. So yeah, this evening I'm gonna sit down in a sofa beside Robin, and I'm gonna swish through the comments on my book knitting what do you say? Patterns. Yeah, I just have a few patterns. I didn't drink some water. I have a few patterns that I got some feedback on, so I will go through the comments on that. It can be up to like 150 comments, but it doesn't take that long of a time. Not as long as you expect. I always think that it's gonna take longer, but you know, it's mostly like there should be a full stop here, or change this to not an abbreviation, or you know, things like that, grammar and stuff. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna clean out some emails, and tomorrow hopefully I can get some work done during the day. If Robin feeling better, maybe I could go to the cafe and work a bit. We shall see about that. And I talked about the hood earlier, and I'm thinking about that design and that construction, and I have to maybe I have to reconsider my yarn choice. I don't know. I have casted it on. I've casted it on and started the pattern that I want to make. But yeah, let's see here. I want to have it like this. It would be so cute. Yeah, but I'm just, you know, I want to tie it around my face as well. Well, we shall see about that. I will continue to knit on it and try, because the construction thing that I want to try, it's in the beginning, so I can just, you know, see if it works, and if it doesn't, maybe I will have to change my yarn or rethink the construction. I don't know. Yes, but I also have a different design in mind that I want to try today, and this one I will actually cast on, and because it's a really small cast on and then it grows. So it's a shawl in this stitch pattern. Now it doesn't want to focus. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of like you see here, yeah, it has eyelets. Do you see that? No, yarn overs and some pearl stitches, and I've really been wanting to design a shawl, because I haven't made a lot of shawls in my knitwear brand. I have the Angerboda, which is a great basic everyday shawl, and I want this to be that as well, but I wanted to have some more interest, and this is knitted in double strands of finull, Rauma finull, and I thought the fabric is so amazing. It's kind of like a large needle. I think it's needle number 5 for this, and one strand of this is like 3 or 3.5 millimeter. So yeah, it feels really nice and flowy. I was thinking about a sweater in this. Maybe I will do that as well, but in a different yarn maybe. But I'm gonna start with, no, it would look nice as a sweater as well. Yeah, but I want to get a start on this shawl tonight and see if my construction again if it works out, because I have a plan for how I want it to, what kind of shape it will have. So yeah, and it's also nice to have 2 strands of something, because then you can pick 2 2 similar colors, but that has a slight difference to them. So you can choose actually whatever 2-ply yarn you have, and you can combine colors for what you want. So this is 2 rust colors, because that's what I had at home that I wanted to try, and they are very similar. Yeah, so I will try to find something that has like a more of a, I don't want a marled effect, but I just want, you know, I want it to look a bit more alive and varied. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And I also have to think about how I want to do the edges. So do I want a I-cord? I don't think so. Or a garter edge. Yeah, I'm gonna think about that. I'm gonna make a swatch that looks like a shawl, like in the shawl form. And then I will reevaluate. So yeah, I have a lot of like inspiration to cast things on, if you haven't noticed. I also am thinking about a design that is a colorwork cardigan, like a basic, not a basic, but you know, a very good everyday style cardigan, but with all over colorwork. Yeah, that's the dream. But yeah, so this is a good project to start because I can just try it out and see if it works. But I'm gonna make some tea, and I think the one in the English tea advent calendar, the English shop, yeah, it was a rooibos, which is not the thing that I enjoy. So maybe I will just have like a, maybe I will have like a oolong or something, like a smoked tea. Yeah, I think I will do that.